Hey guys, welcome. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. So, crypto market update. It is January 1st, 2020. So, looking at the Bitcoin chart. So, I want to talk a little bit about the yearly candle close and the monthly candle close that just took place. Let's first start just coin 360, refresh. Looks like we have a slight downtick today. Bitcoin's down 1.13%. Red across the board, a little bit of green here and there. The some of the altcoins are starting to move. Definitely noticed that. Look at the cryptocurrency market cap. Bitcoin dominance, 68.1%. Market cap, 192 billion. So it ticked up a little bit over the last day, or over the last couple weeks. And looking at the gainers and the losers here, I'm noticing some movement here with the altcoins. So maybe the alts have found their bottom, starting to move up. We even have some larger caps starting to move. Lencoin, not super great, but definitely not a micro small cap. Up 27%. RLC up 21%. Let's see, what was the other one I was looking at? Those are the ones I'm familiar with. Some of the losers, definitely not all that bad. Add token, I have no idea what this is. I would not trade this at all. So Bitcoin, looking at the monthly, we're still waiting to find our higher low on Bitcoin. So this is the Bitstamp 1 month chart. We have our last higher low back in December 2018. At the beginning of this parabolic move, didn't break all-time highs, has been moving back, and each month we've seen lower lows. So we have yet to find the higher low compared to the $3,100, $3,200 mark that we had a year ago. Still waiting to find where that low of the higher low will be on the monthly before we push back up. We are coming into the halvening, so obviously, that's one of the most bullish things based on the past, one of the most bullish things that happens in Bitcoin. Now, will we see this having take us up to all-time highs again? We'll have to see what happens with that. I'm bullish on the halvening. I think we will see some all-time highs. We may not see as quite parabolic as a move as we did before. But I do think we're going to see some movement there. So I think once we find that lower high on the monthly, we will start to move up. We did see, so this is the yearly candle. We did see the largest wick ever on the yearly in Bitcoin history. And now I don't think that's all that bad of a thing on the yearly, especially where we're at in the halvening. So we have 6 months till it happens, 5 months or so. It happens in May, mid-May, something like that. And that is when historically Bitcoin really takes off, is after the halvening. So that's what I'm looking for. I think that this was a nice pullback in order to really fill some bags in order to move for this next move up until new time highs. So I do want to move into, let's see, so the weekly chart, we still have this descending wedge that's forming. And once that breaks, if that breaks to the upside, that'll be leading into the halvening whenever that does happen. What I would like to see is a move up out of this in the next month or so, and then a retest before the halvening, before then we can push off. I believe we can see that. I think that would be extremely bullish and would push us up at least to retest all-time highs, if not take us into all-time highs after the halvening. So definitely watching this closely. I will be entering into a larger position for a midterm trade, either on a break of this to the upside, So if we either get a break here to the upside, I'll be adding, or if we get another retest down at around that 5,800 mark. And once we hit that, I'll just add on each drop until we, until we find that lower high on the monthly and wherever that goes. I don't think we're going to, I think this is the bottom. I don't think we're going to be seeing anything lower than 3,100, especially moving into the halvening. So those are my two plans for Bitcoin right now. Now Ethereum, wondering if we have seen a bottom in Ethereum. So this is Ethereum on the USD chart 1 week. We did come down and we retested that 786 level after that last move. We're starting to see some wicks into that 786 level on the Fibonacci retracement there. So I think short term we've seen a bottom. Now be careful with this because Ethereum is supposed to on the 3rd, January 3rd, be switching over to proof of stake or beginning that process. I'd be really surprised if that goes off without a hitch. So if there's some bug in the system, if something happens, I think we might see price drop. If that does go off without a hitch, and over the next little while, Ethereum is able to move to proof of stake, no problems whatsoever. I think that will be bullish catalyst, and especially moving into the halvening. ETH BTC looking similar. On the daily, we did again test that 786 level. It held up, and now we're seeing a move up to the upside, possibly changing the trend. So we will see. Definitely on the Ethereum USD chart, better chance of changing the trend. We have, that last daily high of one. If we break 160, that'll show to me that we've changed the daily uptrend, and that will be, bullish in my opinion. Might look to scale into a position there. So Ethereum, XTZ. Also XTZ, this is the daily chart, Bitfinex. So $1.35 we're hanging out right now. And I'm thinking we put in our higher low on the daily. We saw just, almost a couple weeks of downtrend, and I think now we're going to see a move up to either put in an equilibrium pattern or potentially push into new highs. I think a lot will depend on how smoothly Ethereum is able to move over to proof of stake, of what happens with XTZ. XTZ is already proof of stake. They started that way with their governance model. I'm super bullish on XTZ long term, so we'll see how that goes. They are competing for market cap for Ethereum for the most part, because they do a similar thing with smart contracts. XTZ looking more into the STO market. So we'll see how this goes. I did enter into a small position around the $1.32 mark, and I'll be looking just to see how this bounce plays out. Most likely just use a trailing stop, and wherever if we bounce up to a higher low, and then wherever that lower high, if we get it pulls back, I will make that my stop. Otherwise, I do have a stop at like 129 or so, something like that. Also, looking at this larger term, pull it on the weekly, this larger term ascending triangle. So this is on the weekly. I see if we do see a retest of that dollar mark or so and retest this line one more time, I'll be adding heavy for long-term holdings. And also, if we don't get that and we do get a break of that $1.80, I'll be looking to add to my position as well there. So, but right now, just patiently waiting. So Atom, bullish on Cosmo. We are still in a daily uptrend. So this is one of the definitely the winners over the last several months. So we are in that daily uptrend. Potentially may see a little bit of weakness, but right now, as long as we stay above that $4.10 mark, we'll continue to see the daily uptrend. That was the last higher low. We do need to get above the $4.75 mark. Atom, Cosmos, really bullish on this as well. They work with communication between blockchains and merging blockchains to be able to work together. So XRP, poor XRP. XRP just has been getting hammered. Possibly found some support. Arguably putting in a little bit of an ascending triangle on the daily. Definitely need to see a break here. So we'll see. If we can break this, then I might start looking at Ripple a little bit more actively to trade that if we can change this daily trend. Right now, we're just in a daily downtrend. Ripple's continuing to just dump on the market. They get a bunch of tokens released every so often, and so they're just basically having a ton of selling pressure on the market. When and if that is done and Ripple doesn't continue to get XRP tokens to just dump on the market, I think that'll definitely be a bullish catalyst for XRP. So we'll see how that plays. For right now, just waiting to watch and see if this ascending triangle breaks out. If we do get a pop up, might be interested in trading. Otherwise, just gonna see where it finds support. See if it can push above that 20-cent mark. I think that's pretty good. But otherwise, I think the next support level is down at around 16 cents or so, something like that. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of support around 17 cents, 17.5. We already retested that. If we break that, we're looking at down 15 cents. 15 cents, so another 10-15% drop from that previous low. From where we're at now, it's about another 25% drop, something like that. So all right, guys, that's what I got. Crypto market update for today. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you guys have any thing you'd like me to go over a little bit more in depth, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great start to your new year. Thanks for watching, and peace out.